Hello, beautiful readers. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I don't know how about you, but now that we're into September, I'm really starting to feel a lot of nostalgia for the holidays, especially with Halloween coming up. So I thought I would share a really great book series that I've been in love with since the first one came out, really, by Isabel Sterling. The first book is called These Witches Won't Burn, the second book being This Coven Won't Break. Now, these books are about Hannah Walsh, who is a witch in modern-day Salem, Massachusetts. This is a primarily woman love, woman romance series, but more than that, it has a lot of thriller, a little bit of horror, and some mystery elements tied into all of it. So in this universe, the witches that reside within it are secretive. Normal humans do not know about them, and there are 3 different kinds of these witches. The blood witches are kind of like the boogeymen of this universe, and they really seem to be on the fringes of kind of witch society. Think in terms of Dragon Age 2 and you'll kind of have a good idea, and really other Dragon Age games. The other type of witches are caster witches. These witches basically use potions and the like to do offensive and defensive spells. And lastly, our main character, Hannah Walsh, is an elemental witch, and the elemental witches, while they can control all elements, much like the Avatar from The Last Airbender, they each have an element that they are primarily focused on. It's their main element that they feel the most comfortable with, I guess the best way to put it. And as our story goes on, at least in the first book, Hannah starts to get wrapped up in this mystery going on in her town. She notices a lot of creepy, weird, spooky things going on, and she's worried that this may have to do with what broke her and her ex-girlfriend up over the summer, in which they had a run-in with a blood witch in New York. There's really not a whole lot else that's talked about with this until way later in the book. Veronica is her ex, and Veronica herself is kind of a mystery. I really ended up enjoying her character. A lot of the side characters in these books I really enjoyed, which you can kind of say with sort of half and half of the books you tend to read, and I think most people would agree. Sometimes the side characters don't get enough of a star treatment, so it was really nice to see more about the side characters in the series, and I would love to even have a spin-off series with some of the side characters, focusing more on them. So if you're really needing kind of a spooky thriller novel that's just a fun romp and romance also, I definitely recommend this series. The second book kind of takes the world building to another level. There's a lot more added to the threat level that Hannah's coven as elemental witches faces. They get more in depth about the politics, I feel, and overall, I just really recommend it. It's a good book to add to your fall reading list. And as far as the piece of art I'm working on today, it's an acrylic piece. I haven't really touched acrylic in many years, but it was fun. It was fun to kind of get myself reacquainted with it, start to understand how to blend and add shading. I feel as though once you have a good basis in one medium, you can sort of more easily transition into other mediums. This really just gives me a lot of drive to maybe experiment in oils soon. Sorry, that's my dog barking. he's really excited. The piece itself is also based on a Nancy Drew cover by American illustrator Rudy Nappy. He did a lot of covers for the more vintage Nancy Drew books. And the fun thing about it is that they actually had lots of different artists who did covers for those books. So overall, I think if you see a cover of a Nancy Drew novel depicted anywhere, it's most likely going to be a Rudy Nappy cover, just because he was very prolific in that series. I took a lot of inspiration from that and just really wanted to have fun with the tree and the idea of the message in the hollow oak book cover vibe. I love the fall colors. I think it definitely lent itself well to illustrating something that goes with the Coven series. I am going to sign off now though, but if you have any suggestions for future books that you think I might like to read or illustrate, I would love to hear about them. I'm always open to new LGBTQIA book suggestions, especially with the holidays coming up. I really want to do some theme-specific books, but please let me know, and I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video. I am hoping to post more regularly, or at least make more weekly videos in the near future. Bye for now.